Welcome first years in your next grammar class, which is related to correction of errors in the sentences. You will get actually one of the question in examination which is related to the correction of errors in the sentences, whatever it may be given, and normally they underline the word which is supposed to be correct. And for correction of sentences, we should be aware of the correct form or correct thing. Otherwise, if we don't know how to correct, then what we will correct? So that is the point, that we have to know, that we have to get awareness that how to change the sentence error. Whatever the error is there, first we have to find out the error. 90% times they underline the word which is not correct, but we have to know that whether this incorrect word be changed into which correct form. So there are certain key points which you have to remember before correcting the sentences. Now here is that I am giving it to you, main key points. Then in the next class we will correct few of the sentences. You may get ample practice in the study material as well as the reader. First is, some nouns are never used in plurals. Okay, some nouns. Everything which has a name, which is a thing, either a human being, a place, a thing, anything in the world has a name, and that is a noun. You cannot just simply show the signs and say something about a thing. You know that this thing has a particular name, as a board, as a pen, and everything. There is a name for this one. So these, where we have the names, are known as the nouns. Okay. So some nouns are never used in plurals. For example, furniture. I am changing, or I have changed the furniture of my home. Rather than saying I have changed the furnitures, because all together comes under furniture. There is no need to add s over there. Okay. In the same way here, as many information, as many news you are getting, you would have to use the word information rather than adding s. Furniture, information. Never say by adding s. Okay. Scenery. I'll get attracted to natural scenes. Natural scenes, but that is a beautiful natural scenery. You cannot use for this one as the plural. Next is alphabet. All the 26 letters comprise the alphabet. It never say alphabets. Okay, I always remember it. 26 we have, but all together they known as alphabet. 26 letters. Okay, they comprised or they made alphabet. Next is the knowledge. If you have knowledge of anything, never say I have knowledges. Okay, that is wrong. So you should use knowledge. There are so many other nouns. I have given few examples over here. So you would have to go for this one. Understand this. 90% times this furniture would come up in your examination, whether you can able to correct the sentence or not. So keep it in mind, these things, that some nouns could never get any plurals in their format. Next is, some nouns are always used in plurals. Okay, we have given some nouns which never have the plurals. Now some nouns which are always used in plurals. Goods. Like, it is not about your performance. After the performance, what is the remark you can get, that is not this. These are the goods, the things. Goods train, goods carrier, the autos which carry many things, they are known as the goods carrier. The same thing. Here is that these are the goods. We cannot say good. Good we write down for the as a remark, and that is a part of adjective. When you have written something good, the teacher will give you a remark as good. Okay, that is an adjective. This is a noun. When we are talking about the goods train and all. Goods train, I hope everybody know that. Goods train where all the goods being traveled. Either there is no need for that things to be good. Coal, any other iron, anything can be transported. Those things are known as the goods. Now next is the surroundings. We don't say surroundings. Surroundings affect the human nature. Surroundings affect the human personality. That is surroundings. Okay, that is not surrounding. It should be with S. Innings. Cricket, you know very well. It should be called as innings. Next is police. We don't say one. If we want to say about one, a policeman, we have to say about a policeman. But when you are talking about a sentence like police have caught the thieves, so police have caught, because police is being treated as the plural rather than singular. If it is could be singular, a policeman has caught the has, it could come up as has, if we are talking about a singular person, but we are talking about a plural. So when we are using the word police, it comes under the plural format only. Okay, so there are so many others, so you just have to keep it in mind. And as I said just now, goods, when you are reading a sentence, check it out about which good they are talking. Either they are talking about adjective good, the positive degree of adjective good, better, best, or it is about the noun which needs S after good. Okay. Now next is that some nouns appear plural but they are singular. They appear as plural but they are singular. How? Economics. Economics is a subject. We cannot say economics are a subject. Economics is a subject related to financial matters, to wider scope of economics is there. So when you are talking about this one, you are talking about a single subject. Okay, so here you cannot say, okay, I am studying economics. Economic policies are different. But here when you are talking about a subject, you should say economics. Next is politics. You cannot say politic, it should be politics. Civics, physics, these are already appear like a plural, but they are the singular ones. Okay. Next is the uncountable nouns. Uncountable nouns are not used in plural numbers. Which uncountable nouns? The nouns which are not counted. For example, you can take this as milk, rice. Can we count them? No. Sugar. So when we are not able to count those, they are known as the uncountable nouns. And uncountable nouns are not used in plural numbers. They have given you one sentence as ocean sands are not used for construction, because here it is sands, but we have to cut it off. This one should be used, because again, even though those are the nouns, but sand is uncountable. Varieties of sands if we are taking, there are different types of sands. Whatever, red soil to any, whatever that types of the sands if you want to discuss it out. Then again, we should not use plural format for this one, we should use the singular one. For milk and rice also, like we can say milk is boiled. Can we say milk are boiled? No. Rice is cooked. Rice are cooked. It's wrong. In the same way, even though there are many crystals, there is a lot of milk over there, but still we don't use the plural, because these are the uncountable nouns. Now next is the compound nouns. Compound nouns, when two or three nouns together joined up and with one of the preposition in between or something, then we can call it as the compound noun. Form the plural by adding s to the main noun. They can get added only S to the main nouns, not to the other parts. Like for example, son-in-law. When we make it a plural, it should become sons-in-law. Son-in-law would become sons-in-law, not son-in-laws. Okay, here in laws we should not put S here in law. We have to put S after the main noun. What is the main noun here? Son. So sons-in-law, sisters-in-law, daughters-in-law. Like that we have to, brothers-in-law. Like that we have to use. Okay. This is the common mistake which many people do, and they don't even realize that this is the mistake. Like cousin, brother or sister. Like they can say, she is my cousin's sister. This is wrong, totally wrong. She is my cousin. That is enough. With the cousin, brother and sister would never get added. Only your own brother and own sister would be called as the brother and sister and not the cousins. Okay. So for the cousin we should use, they are my cousins. Okay. Say like that, these are my cousins or they are my cousins. By seeing them, the people can understand to which gender they belong. There is no need to specify this is a brother and sister. Okay. Now if suppose the sentence is written, he is my cousin brother. When already he is coming, where is the need to more justification for writing brother over there? He is my cousin. That is enough. By writing he only, we are giving a, you can say, clear indication of the gender. By writing she, we are writing the gender there itself. Then there is no need to add sister or brother at the end, and it will be counted as one of the very severe mistake when you are writing this type of the words and this type of the sentences. And if you are using also, that shows your ignorance of English language. So be careful, never use cousin, brother or sister, only cousin. He is my cousin, she is my cousin, they are my cousin, whatever it may be. Fine. Next is passerbys. The ones, those who pass from the one place, they are known as the passers-by, not passerbys. It should not be added here, it should be added here. Passers-by. I have written all the correct ones in the red. Passers-by. Okay. Next is man-servants. When you want to talk about the more servants who are male, then you can say about the, instead of man servants, you can say men servants. Okay. Men servants. Because here we are getting the plural. And as I said, it is being written that plural by adding s. But this type of the words can get plural by changing the letters in between, like man and woman, child, children. They are not needed s for getting the plural format. Okay. So plural format to be given, the main thing which you have to remember is that plural format to be given to the main noun rather than the end noun. Okay. Now next is some pronouns. Now till here we have completed nouns. Now some pronouns are followed by plurals. Like for example, one of, each of, either of. Like one of my friends. If you are writing this sentence, if you have checked this sentence, one of my friends. Now some pronouns. This is a pronoun. One of is a pronoun. My also. Then followed by plurals. This is a plural. One of my friends is in Chennai. Okay. Out of many friends, one of my friend is in Chennai. Because people think that when we are talking about one, so why to add the s at the plural? But here you should realize that we are talking about, out of many we are talking about one. So you cannot say that one of my friend. One of my friend, when where is the need? My friend lives in Chennai, that is enough. But instead of that you are saying one of my friends. One of my friends means out of many, one. Okay, like one of my cousins lives in USA. One of my cousins, out of many cousins, one cousin lives in the USA. That we have to find out that if suppose this sentence is also one of the favorite of examiner, they definitely will give you one of, then here they would underline this, friends will be given and they would underline. What you have to do then? You have to check it out and then add S over there in your answer booklet. Fine. Now next is, okay, here each of the girls have a phone. Each of the girls, out of many girls, each of the girl get a good rank, something like that. Each of the girl, out of many, we are talking about that. The same here what we followed. Next is no adjectives in comparative and superlatives to be used in double. Like when we know the comparative degree, when we know the superlative degree, why to use 2 times the same degrees? Okay, like here example being given, he is more cleverer than his brother. Already cleverer is a comparative, then why to add more? It is a wrong sentence. Which is the right sentence? This one. This one is right. He is cleverer than his brother. Because as you know, for clever we have the comparative degree as cleverer. We don't need to add more over here. So many words are there which already has their comparisons, comparative degrees. If they don't have, then we have to add this more, like more intelligent, most intelligent, we can use. So here is that there is a need to understand that we should never use 2 degrees, 2 same degrees at a time. Here more is also used for the comparison, whereas already cleverer is a comparative degree. So we should be very careful about this one. If they write down this type of sentence in the examination, if they give you this type of sentence, what you have to do? Simply you have to take it out more. Then you can continue writing the same sentence. Now next is proper use of articles according to sounds. Articles in the sentences, if there is a need of correction for the articles, you should remember that we are supposed to use a before the consonant sound and a and an before the vowel sound, not the letter. I think during the explanation of articles I have given you a detailed description about this one. So remember this one, and when the should be used. Again one class I dedicated for the usage of the definite article. So you should remember all the rules while using these things. Next is check the tenses for usage of the verb. Check the tenses. Like which tense the verb belongs to. Like if suppose there is a sentence where you need to check it out, the past tense should not be used into that, or the present tense is wrong into the sentence, you would have to check the whole sentence and then go for making the error correct, or checking out the error and then reframing the sentence or rewrite the sentence. To and very. To is a negative adverb, whereas very is a positive adverb. So here is that I'll give you the sentences for this, then you can realize that what I am going to use for this one. So like we use too old enough to handle, too young enough to play the game, too old enough, too young enough, too could be used. So that too is actually a negative adverb. Here is the very is the positive adverb. Now next is the prepositions. They should be used in a proper way. Like excuse me, which normally one mistake I have given during explanation of the prepositions, like we come to school or we come to college by walk. By walk is wrong. Instead of that you have to write down on foot. Okay, this sentence, this type of the need of the changing into the preposition should be understood by you, and you should use it in a proper way. These are the certain rules which you have to keep it in mind. All the key points I mentioned at one place. Check it out, write down in your notes, in the grammar notes, because unless and until you write down, this will not give you you can say a remembrance or memory in your mind. It will not be imprinted. So for that purpose you need to write it down. Then in the next class we'll go for the correction of few of the sentences where we find errors most. Fine. So till that time, take care. Have a nice day.